Oh, so you have come to learn the truth about Possession Sans, that he's a top one Sans of all time in Undertale Last Corridor? I'm kidding. Yeah, I seen a lot of people complain about like Possession Sans as a whole being too underpowered or whatever they may call it, but in reality, I think that Possession Sans is possibly like one of the most fun Sans to play, at least like for me right now, because like I'm not done playing with it particularly, but I want to make this video so then you can like understand like to an extent how to play it, and like sort of like how to mileage like your weaknesses with like the strengths of it all, because it is definitely a good Sans. And yeah, let's just get into it. Your move set is very interesting. One of the three things is that I'll mainly be covering is brute force, Venus Blaster, and also sadism. Brute force is very important. After a small distance, you'll dash forward, and whoever is in front of you will be put in blue soul mode. And blue soul mode obviously makes it so you can't jump and like that and like dash and stuff for a certain time. And then Venus Blaster is very versatile. It could blast, it could emit a gas, which essentially like it has really good range, and also like it can do it for a long time and give KR damage. And then the third mode, it makes it so that it can reposition. So if it's getting attacked a lot and you can have the chance of repositioning it, you can. Um, Mainly like, but for your Venus Blaster, you want to protect it, but you want to protect your HP more than the Venus Blaster. So people will say, oh, protect the Venus Blaster. Yeah, that's very important. But like if the Venus Blaster is being attacked and you cannot do anything about it, protect yourself more than it. Brute force, you can also like use you can use warfare to your advantage. Warfare is very important. Warfare, you're essentially like you go up. If you're using like acceleration, you go up into the air and then you drop down somewhere, and it's very far and gives you distance. Distance is very important when you're playing in the long game with Possession Sans, because Possession Sans, you can really like tank a lot of hits, but if you get your shield down, then you really got to make sure that you're okay, because like players like now, like they're able to understand that like when they see the Q on the screen that you can like immediately just get the Sans, like you can do damage to it, they're gonna start checking attacks at you, right? You're gonna want to use sadism for this. Sadism is a really important move as well. Sadism essentially is where like you can counter, you can bait them. If your defense is being like attacked and it's like you have no more defense, then you can use sadism to your advantage, which essentially stuns them and puts burn on them. And also you can really use this to your advantage. Like you can put bone, you can use the bones, like the vines and stuff. It's a very important that you utilize your whole toolkit, and not like just like use like some toolkits and then like use it inappropriately or whatever. But like, yes, this is a really good for the long game, and it's very important if you're trying to like win the game essentially. So when using Possession Sans, you use sadism, you use brutal force, and then you use Venus Blaster in case you're like in the really tough pickles, and you need like some mobility, you need some range, you need every of that. The reason I think so many people struggle with like Possession Sans and all is not because people are stupid, although that's really mainly like what the people would just say whenever they make these types of videos. I think it's just that people are just too lazy to like figure it out, because of how like they'll lose the first round, and then like the next rounds after, it's like they don't want to use something they're just not gonna want to use and stuff like that, or think is nerfed compared to like what it used to be. Like, I remember Possession Sans being like just unbeatable when it came to like the earlier iteration, and it was like basically like you could just spam your moves and then you could win. But now it's like everything comes with a cost. You have to be more stally. You have to be more precise with what you do with it, and that is the reason why I think people are struggling with it mainly. But more to it than that, I think it's fair to like just like not want to play some Sanses, obviously, if it's not your play style too. But yeah, this is just gonna cut to the conclusion.